Hi! Hello everybody, this is Jinah Choi from Choi Sisters. We are sisters who love Korean culture, food, and language. Not only we are proud of being Koreans, but also we would like to share with you how interesting and attractive South Korea is. If you join us, we won't let you down. Make choices your choice. See you later!
So we actually have a video of Myeongdong, and we went there because we think it's like one of the best casual restaurants that you can visit in Korea. Yeah, so they actually have very good, delicious,
So
food.
good.
It's so good.
Even though the name of the restaurant is Myeongdong Gyoza, the Myeongdong Dim Sum, actually they are more famous for the kalguksu, which
Yeah,
is
the noodle.
noodle,
Ooh,
the
yes.
Korean noodle that Koreans love to eat.
It's so good, you guys.
So the reason why we recommended the restaurant so much is because we like it so much that we go there like at least once a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it got so famous and popular, so the chain restaurants
Yeah.
are now like everywhere in Seoul, so
Oh,
wow.
Koreans can just visit any of the restaurants nearby.
Mm-hmm.
But if foreigners don't know about this restaurant tips, they might just pass by without knowing that it's one of the Michelin, very very
Michelin, yeah.
cheap
Wow.
Michelin casual restaurant that you can taste Korean noodle.
Mm-hmm. It's
Ooh.
really good, tasty, and before the pandemic, actually there were like a long line, so you have to wait for like about more than an hour to eat that noodle. But now it's less than an hour.
Yeah, I now you have only 10 to 20 minutes
10 to
because of the
20
pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's really good. So if you guys have a chance to visit Korea, and if you, Jenna, got a chance to visit Korea, please visit there.
Right.
Good.
Fancy restaurant.
Oh, about the fancy restaurant, I actually thought of 세상의 모든 아침.
She has a lot of ideas here.
Yes, and we have a video of 세상의 모든
Right,
아침 there too, and it's really fancy. You take the elevator, and it was like 50th floor.
Yeah, it was like about 50 floor.
Yeah, it's in Yeouido, which is the scenery and everything is so beautiful there when you go up there. And the food might be a little bit expensive, but it's worth,
For paying. It's
Paying,
actually
because-
Michelin restaurant as well.
yes, they're really good too.
Right.
But it's not actually Korean food, but
It's more fusion.
fusion food. So you if you order a pasta, you can also feel like Korean.
Yeah,
You can
tastes
also
like
taste
Korean
Korean sauce and stuff. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
really good. Yeah.
Oh, and also I just wanted to add a little bit more. Korean, they enjoy the fireworks so much. So
yes.
every year there's a firework event, and people look for the best place to watch the firework. And
Oh.
세상의 모든 아침, which is the name of the restaurant, that's very famous for the scenery, because people who visit there can just see the whole view of Seoul, and they can also enjoy the firework as
The
well.
night view.
Right, night view.
And like the whole wall, not the wall, but everything is like glass
Glass
yes.
wall.
So you can,
Oh.
while you're eating, you can see all the sceneries. So
Right, and it's the Myeongdong kalguksu, the first one, casual restaurant, and the fancy one, 세상의 모든 아침. It's not an advertisement.
Yes.
Yes.
We just go there.
yeah,
Maybe, we should tell them that we are advertising them.
I know.
Yes, but it's good for the disclosure just in case. But no, thank you so much for providing that information. And Now I'm gonna write that down on one of my lists of things to do when I go to Korea. And I mean, if I'm able to meet up with you guys, maybe
Of course. We would love to do it,
Right.
you know, meet you.
Definitely.
I'll start first.
Okay.
Actually, this is a place that everyone knows, but I really hope the visitors should. I really hope they can visit here, which is Gangnam Station. It's really, really famous, and I know that it's really crowded, and it's famous for
Psy.
the Psy.
Yes.
But that's not only the reason. Gangnam is very symbolic in Korea.
Mhm.
So if someone lives in Gangnam, people think that they're a little bit wealthy, and they can enjoy the main center of Seoul.
Mhm.
So if you visit Gangnam, you can totally feel how it's like to live in the city-like place in Seoul.
Yep.
So you can actually feel that atmosphere as well.
Uh-huh.
And there are a lot of good restaurants,
Yes.
and all the chains are in Gangnam.
Yes.
So like every restaurant has one chain restaurant in Gangnam place. So they're pretty much everything's
Everything's in
there. Right.
Gangnam. Yeah.
Oh.
Really, really good food are there. And number 3, it's really young. A lot of youth, like
20,
20s and 30s actually.
not 30s. 30s, yeah. But
Yeah.
20s, mostly
Yeah,
20s.
mostly 20. So the atmosphere is really, really young and live, and that's why it's like really energetic. So I really hope that people can feel the energy of Gangnam Station.
Uh-huh.
So that's number 1 place that I want to recommend.
And second place that I want to recommend is actually not many visitors or not many like Koreans know this place, and it's in Gyeonghanok-maul.
That's so
Yes.
good.
I actually went there on my birthday.
Yeah, she actually went there on her
my birthday, yeah. Because everything is like Hanok style, just like your background.
Yeah, just like your background, Jenna.
I would love to see that. Yeah.
Yes, the
Awesome.
traditional housing, and you can actually taste like the duck cake, the rice cake, Korean traditional rice cake. And while you're eating those rice cake and like Korean drinks, you can see the view of Korean traditional housing, just like your background, and
Really, really awesome. Actually, I haven't visited there yet, but I saw her video that you were editing. I was like, oh my goodness, I should go there on my birthday as well. Koreans know that there is the Hanok place in Seoul. Everyone thinks that it's only outside Seoul. It's like the best place that you can enjoy the Hanok, the Korean traditional housing.
yes, it's very close because it's in Seoul. You can actually take a subway to go there, so you don't really have to go to Jeonju, which is like a place very famous for those housing, Korean traditional housing. So you don't need to go that far. It's in Seoul,
Right.
so you can visit in Gyeonghanok-maul.
That's really good idea, because all the visitors think that they have to visit Jeonju in order to enjoy the Hanok. Right? But that was good.
Yes.
No, that's great to have, something that isn't really well known, especially to foreigners who, because we constantly watch, whether it be Korean vloggers or foreign vloggers that are in Korea, but most of the time they visit very famous sites that, everyone at some point goes to. But I think really having a spot where, not many people know it, especially you saying, it's not really crowded, I think that'll be a really nice little thing for those who are visiting Seoul, and they don't have to go out of Seoul to see, traditional housing and all that stuff. So thank you so much for giving that little tip.
Oh, you're welcome.
Actually, lastly, I just want to share about the last place that I want to recommend. Since we talked about the traditional,
In
Gyeonghanok and the
Gangnam
city
style.
like Gangnam style. Or maybe the relaxing place would be Jeju Island.
Oh,
Actually, even though it's a little bit, people think it's far away, but it's actually closer than Jeonju if you take an airplane.
Yes.
Since the airplane takes you so much faster to Jeju Island, just by less than an hour.
Yes.
So if you know, actually we visited Jeju Island this summer, and we totally thought that we can just go in the morning to Jeju Island and come back at night as well if you're too busy. You know, visitors have a lot of busy schedule. So, but if you have more time, please visit Jeju and feel the relaxing moment and relaxing atmosphere that's totally different from Seoul.
Yes, it's totally different.
Yeah, a lot of honeymooners, like the newlywed couple, goes there for honeymoon.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting near the end, guys. Thank you so much. And I actually want to share a little story with you guys. So getting into the next question. I was just cooking all of a sudden today, and I realized that my great-grandmother's maiden name or last name was Choi. And
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm mixed Asian, so I have a little bit of Korean in me. So my great grandmother, my grandmother's maiden name was Choi as well before she got married to my grandpa. And I don't know, I just all of a sudden felt this instant connection with you guys.
Me too. I was surprised to hear that. I mean, it's not me, it's not Kim, but it's Choi. It's like, last name. Maybe we have this like family connection.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think that's why when I was getting to know about more Korean culture and all that stuff, because growing up in America, I really never felt so identified with it compared to other things in my life. Yeah. And I also have Japanese background in me as well, so I've learned a little bit more about that more than Korean. So I think me being at that stage of really wanting to get to know Korean culture and language, it's really brought me to this place where I feel like I'm identifying with myself a little bit more. And so I think once I realized that, you know, my grandmother and great grandmother's maiden name was Choi, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm guys.
Oh, I really feel like we're connected more and more. Sharing that up this episode. We are so glad to hear that.
Do you have a Korean name then, or?
No, I don't. So like my great grandmother, I believe, was born in Korea, raised in Korea, but then my great grandmother lived in Hawaii. My grandmother lived in Hawaii, so it hasn't been close distant with me in terms of Korean culture. So I guess that's sort of where I had this epiphany of like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I had this question to ask you guys, because you already had your live video on giving your viewers a Korean name based on yes. So, and I, you know, sort of, I guess, wanted to be a part of that as a fan of your videos and stuff like that. So, if you could give me a Korean name, what would it be?
Of course.
We'll be more than happy to.
Yeah, actually, I have a name that comes up in my mind.
Really? Okay.
I don't know, but since she's so pretty and nice.
Thank you.
There's a famous, actually this name just popped up in my mind, not because of this celebrity, but this celebrity actually is really cute and pretty as well. Haiti, how's Haiti?
Haiti is very pretty name in Korea.
Haiti, do you know 응답하 1998? I don't think.
It's a K-drama.
One of K-drama that most Koreans watched. Like
she's really pretty, like you.
Oh, thank you.
She's really pretty, but actually she in that drama she acts a little boyish, but her real characteristic is really girlish. And
she's a girl group. Like she's a member of a girl group.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. But how do you pronounce the name?
Haiti.
All right. Right here. Let's see it here.
I know how to read Korean. I just don't know like the meanings of every word. Haiti.
Harry.
Oh, yeah,
Harry.
Choi. So since your last name is Choi, you can be like Harry. Harry Choi.
But Harry doesn't Harry totally
Yeah, totally her name.
you have any other idea?
Hetty or Heejin, maybe? Like Heejin is a pretty name too.
Heejin is-
But I think Hetty is better.
Yeah, I think Harry, I don't know, but Harry, the
popped
name
into
just popped up in my mind, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Exactly.
Like as Koreans, we think like you are Harry. Harry. I'm sorry, Hetty.
Harry sounds really really girlish,
But at the same time,
very quick, like even though
organized.
organized and really hardworking, but at the same time very interactive, active, and very outgoing, but at the same time really girlish. I don't know how to explain this.
It's a perfect name.
Oh, thank you so much.
Do you like it?
I love it. Yeah, and I think
really?
the meaning behind it is sort of like me as a person. So I think I definitely feel a lot connected to it. And for some reason, whenever I watch K-dramas or get to know idols' names, I just think like, oh, I wonder what I could like name myself. So like I've always wondered like what my Korean name could actually be. And I think sort of diving into more Korean culture and seeing what you guys did with your video in terms of naming your viewers with a Korean name, I thought like this was a great opportunity to finally get what I've always thought of in the back of my mind. So I really love it. Thank you guys so much. And if I ever visit Korea, I literally wouldn't mind if you guys kept calling me that, because you know I would love to. I would really love to pick up.
Yes, me too. Hetty, so pretty.
This is really pretty name.
Thank you guys so much. I really love it.
Thank you to Jenna for making this opportunity.
Thank you so much.
So we can share our thoughts and explain why we started Choi Sisters and how we are going to make the content in the future as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you can continue on to the viewers.
Oh, also, we are actually preparing to film a lot more fun and entertaining videos.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are interested, we will try to teach Korean in a most fun and entertaining way.
Yeah, and we also believe that the best way to learn Korean language, Korean culture, is to have fun. You have to have fun in order to learn something. So that's why we are here as your friend to teach about, not teach, actually enjoy Korean together.
And
so,
be connected to each other.
Just like Harry, Jenna, and us. So
we want to make a lot of more friends, like global friends.
Right. So if you have any other questions about Korea or Choi Sisters, please leave a comment so we can refer to it when we make a video. And hope we can see Jenna again and all the viewers who love Jenna. So since we love Jenna as well. And hope you can have an opportunity to visit Seoul in Korea, so you can actually experience Seoul out of video as well.
We can suggest you guys all the restaurants and like good places that you can visit.
Right.
So just we are your Korean friends.
Trust us. Thank you so much, Jenna.
Thank you guys.
So thank you so much and make choices. Your choice. Bye. Thank you, Hetty.
Bye bye. 안녕.